Yeah. It's been a ride. I guess I had to go to that place to get to this one. Now some of you might still be in that place. If you're trying to get out, just follow me.
Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. This is Toby Brand with Fuel Your Faith. And this is podcast number 14. And I'm in Dallas, Texas. And I just finished off an amazing event. It really inspired me to write and reflect and share some things and bring some things to awareness for some of you that are really trying to change and take your life to a whole new level. And I've been wanting to share the top 10 things that are holding you back from getting healthier, becoming happier, moving in a direction of where you're more awake and experiencing life and going and moving towards your purpose. So I'm going to keep it really simple. So it's the top 10 things. This is part 1. I'm only doing half of them today, and I'm going to be sharing the rest of them on Friday morning. So I'm really excited. So again, happy Monday, and here we go. So 10 things that are holding you back from getting healthier, making better choices, moving in a direction that you desire to be in, whether it's with your business, with your health, with just starting a new business, just taking your mindset to a whole new level. So number one that is creating you or preventing you from moving forward is being a negative person, is being negative and pushing people and opportunities away from you. You have no idea how being a negative person is pushing people away from you, people that love you, that want to help you, people that want to lift you up and elevate you and help you move in a direction. But your negativity is creating a blind spot, and it's pushing, and you're not seeing what you have available to you because of that type of attitude. So, being a reactive and emotional person about things you have no control over pushes people away. You can only be reactive and negative for so long because smart, wise, mature people don't want to be around negative people for too long. I mean, we're going to try to love you and encourage you, but at some point you're going to wake up and no one's going to want to be around you. And that's no way to live a life. And that's your choice. That's what you are doing. You are choosing to be negative. So, choosing to be negative is holding you back. It's blocking you from potential opportunities and people that could really help you take your life and your health and your business and your mindset to a whole new level. But you're living in a negative, poor me mindset. And that's got to change. That you have to this podcast is all about bringing awareness to you about these things that are holding you back. So this isn't about making you feel bad or judging you or anything. And definitely don't judge yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Just recognize it and start doing something about it. So number 2, the other one that's holding you back, that is holding you back from being healthier, happier, and moving in a direction you desire to be, is fear. You're using fear. You're using your imagination in a really non-productive way. And that is just, and I've done that. I've done it. I'm guilty of that. So using your imagination in a really non-productive way, not only is fear a poor, unhealthy, non-productive way to use your imagination, but it keeps you living in a mindset in your brain and living in a state of resistance. I mean, fear keeps you procrastinating. It keeps you from learning new things. that could potentially move you forward. And fear is very expensive. It costs you a lot. Fear not only keeps you in a place where you don't belong, but, it really keeps you in a place where you are thinking, it keeps you in a place of thinking really, 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 really small. And it also keeps us making really small decisions that could change. That could really change your life and move it in a direction. And these small changes, it's even holding you back from making small changes, not just big changes. Really, it's all about all this stuff, all these things I'm going to be sharing with you. If you could just make some small changes on each one of these, you would be amazed at how it would shift you in a totally different direction. So fear, number 2, is fear, using your imagination the wrong way, and worrying and creating and keeping your body in a state of stress. And stress causes you to be unhealthy, right? So small changes. Number 3 is complaining. Complaining and blaming is keeping you from growing in every area of your life, whether you're complaining or blaming verbally or mentally. And I mean mentally by your negative self-talk, like the negative I am statements, is holding you back in a place that you're giving your attention and power and focus to. And so when you're complaining and blaming, that's where your attention and your focus and your power's at. It's not finding it, it's not being the solution. So being a complainer and blamer is never, ever going to get you nowhere. It's going to get you nowhere really, really fast. So be the solution of anything and everything. Rise above it and choose to be the solution. It's just not a productive, it's just not productive or healthy for any area of your life. And the more, not only this, but listen, the more you do these, the more you use fear with your imagination, the more you're negative, the more you complain and blame, the more it becomes a habit, and that's what you program yourself to do. So this is really, all these are really about unprogramming yourself, that type of behavior. So number 4, not letting go. Not letting go of holding on to things that you have no control over. The best thing you can ever ask yourself is, when you're holding on and you're just dwelling and you're going on about something, do you have control over it? No, you don't. The only thing you have control over is you. And there's a lot of power in letting go of things you have no control over. So not letting go, not letting go of what happened 20 years ago, small hurts, disappointments, not letting go. 20 years ago, 2 years ago, 2 weeks ago, yesterday, having that attitude of dwelling in things that are just over. These things that you're holding on to, I assure you, they're not holding on to you. You're holding on to them. So that's where you give your power away. And, dwelling. And all I can say with that one is, God, just have a good, have an and letting go is an attitude. It's an attitude of, it's gone, it's over, you learned your lesson, there were blessings in it. So having an attitude of, forgiveness every time maybe that conversation or story comes up when you share it. Share it if it comes up, share it as a lesson and a blessing, and have that attitude. I'll tell you what, you'll attract some amazing situations in your life when you do that. Number 5, what's causing you to be healthier, causing you not to be healthier and hold you back and not move in the direction of where you desire to go, is holding on to the good instead of going for the great. And I don't know if you have ever heard the quote. I love this quote, but good is the enemy of the great. And I cannot remember who said that. I don't know if it was John Maxwell or who, but good is the enemy of the great. So what does that mean? What does it mean that holding on to the good instead of going for the great? Because I know probably some of you are probably like, oh, well, what's so bad about the good? Well, here's what I mean about it. Here's what I mean by that, is it means that you are really, really comfortable and it feels really good. You want more and you desire more, but your comfort zone, your safety zone feels so good to you that it's unconsciously and consciously causing you to lie to yourself about where you're at. But it feels good. It feels good to justify, to make excuses. And so your comfort zone and your safety zone feels really, really good. And you're not willing to go for the great because you may, or I'll just tell you right now, there's no may. You will experience a little discomfort and uncomfortableness. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And it causes so much growth. It creates so much amazing growth. I am addicted to being uncomfortable. So, the comfort, your comfort zone and your safety zone, I'll tell you right now, where you're so comfortable at, is a lie. It's lying to you. All of it is a lie. All of it's holding you back and creating a bunch of head trash and negative self-talk, and it's just keeping you in a place and robbing you of your power and your greatness and your potential to be healthier, to be happier with yourself, to have better experiences in your life, whether it's starting a new business, making more money, having an amazing mindset, having better connections with people. And this is not about being perfect. This is not about being perfect at all. This is about experiencing life in a great way and being effective with yourself and with others. So all of these things that I shared, complaining, not letting go, being negative and pushing people away and negative and a negative attitude and pushing opportunities away and fear and using your imagination in a non-productive way and holding on to the good instead of going for the great, and the price of that is just maybe being a little bit uncomfortable. All of these that I'm sharing with you is to bring you awareness. Write down your fears. Write down all the stuff that you're holding on to that's good because it's comfortable but you desire more. What's that costing you? What would you have to do to just move a little bit out of your comfort zone? And it's just write it down. Write your fears down. What is it costing you? How is it holding you back? How is it making you feel about yourself? So ask yourself those questions, all of these that I shared with you, that are holding you back, they're making you unhealthy, that most people don't think about. They think, oh, well, it's just, I'm not eating healthy, or I'm not going to the gym, or I'm not doing, I'm not exercising enough, whatever it is that's what most people think that are not making, is contributing to not getting healthier. But I'll tell you right now, it's the bigger picture. It's all these little things, because everything matters. It is all 5 of these. So I hope this brings you awareness, because mindset and peace and clarity and taking off all 5 of these things that I shared with you that most people don't think about, that are making them unhealthy and that are holding them back, is just all of it's a lie. It's an illusion. It's a mask. And I would like to end the podcast with this question. Who would you be if